Most of the advice that you hear online about how to make money from home either takes forever to do, it isn't really accessible to the average person, or it's just very difficult to do. And if you want to do it, that's fine. If you want to watch videos about day trading or drop shipping, then go ahead and do that, and I wish you the best. But if you actually want the odds to be in your favor to where it's almost impossible for you to not make money, you really want to watch the rest of this video because that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about how you can leverage skills that you already have or skills that you can easily learn in ways most people haven't even thought of. We're going to go over proven methods that fly under the radar for most make money online advice. And the first one on the list is going to be taking advantage of probably the biggest trend right now, and that is AI. And that's going to be becoming an AI development consultant. Now, AI is booming and businesses are scrambling for experts. And you might be thinking, well, Shane, I'm not an expert. Well, the truth is AI just came out and there's pretty much no real AI experts in the world. We're all just kind of learning it as we go along. And that's a pretty chaotic situation, but where there is chaos, there's also opportunity. So compared to everyone else, you can get extremely proficient at AI in a very short period of time. And if you add to your AI skills, some skills in Python, machine learning, or data analysis, you could be making $100 an hour as an AI consultant in short order. Yeah, no kidding. The salaries in AI are absolutely bananas right now. So the way you'd get into this is you'd start by building a portfolio on something like GitHub, and you'd showcase your projects and your skills. And then you could start freelancing on websites like Upwork and Fiverr, start getting some experience, and then eventually you could either start your own business, continue freelancing, or get a job. Moving along, the next one on the list is a machine learning engineer. And this is kind of a continuation of the last one, and it's kind of taking the last one to an extreme level because machine learning engineers are the ones who actually created AI. And if you can create algorithms that make machines think, you're basically a modern day magician. And magicians get paid very well. So you can go ahead and upskill with online courses, contribute to open source projects, and you could be earning six figures in no time. However, you'd probably want to start off in a lower level AI role, and this would take a lot of studying and education to get into. Now, speaking of machine learning and a lot of the skills on this list, actually, Coursera has some amazing courses. For instance, Andrew Ng has come out with some awesome courses on machine learning, and that would be a great primer for you to get into these. There's a lot of other really good Coursera courses and certificates that can help you land a job and also teach you really in-demand skills. So you can check those out. I'll put them down in the description and the pinned comment below, and if you use that link, you'll get a 7-day free trial. Next on the subject of AI is going to be AI video creation. And videos take a long time to make, but AI is changing the game. If you can master tools like Runway ML or Synthesia, you could be creating mind-blowing videos in minutes. And businesses are paying top dollar for this expertise. For instance, you can look at these people selling on Fiverr, and their services are being sold for around $40 to $250 per video. Now, AI typically doesn't create ready-to-post videos right off the bat. That usually needs a lot of tuning, and it needs quite a bit of quality control. But if you can get good at doing that, it's probably only going to get better in the future. Next is live action explainer video creation. And this might be great for you if you have a knack for explaining complex stuff, because companies are always looking for ways to simplify their message. You can combine your teaching skills with basic video editing, and you've got yourself a lucrative side hustle. And you can start with tools like Promo or Animaker and create some samples. And you can reach out to startups who need to explain their products. Now, speaking of side hustles, check out what's going down on Fiverr right now. It's like a gold rush for video creators, and you could totally get in on this action from your couch. So just take a look at these gigs. You know, this guy's raking in $305 a pop for explainer videos with voiceovers. This one's charging $150 for commercial ads. And this person's charging $350 for custom explainer videos. And that's some serious cash for sitting at home and getting creative. Next, you've got online coding lessons. So coding is, of course, the language of the future. And if you speak it, you can teach it. So coding's kind of a big deal these days. And if you know your way around a keyboard, why not share the knowledge? From kids to folks looking for a career change, seems like everyone wants to learn how to code. So you could set up a profile on Code Academy or Fiverr, or even make your own course. And by the way, this could work with other skills besides coding. I'm just using coding as an example, but those coding skills might just be your ticket to some serious side cash. So just as an example, let's take a look at what's happening on Fiverr. You've got this person who's doing Risk V programming, and they're charging about 20 bucks. This person is teaching Java stuff from the basics to fancy stuff starting at $45. And if WordPress is more of your thing, this person has you covered for online tutoring for $100. So yeah, $100 an hour, not bad. And a lot of these gigs are getting 5-star ratings across the board. And like I said, there's many other things you can tutor on, and you don't even have to do this on Fiverr. There's other websites out there that you can tutor on as well. And if you really don't want to help people with technical stuff, I totally understand. Next one on the list is going to be game coaching. And this is actually a legit thing. People are actually making really good money being video game or just gaming in general coaches. That's right, your mom was wrong. Those hours of gaming weren't a waste of time after all. Just as an example, esports is a billion-dollar industry and players need coaches. And if you're a top player in games like League of Legends or Fortnite or chess, you could be earning big bucks teaching others your tricks. And we're not talking about chump change here. According to Glassdoor, game coaches are raking in some serious cash. In some cases, $92,000 to $172,000 a year. But hey, if you're not quite ready for the big leagues, let's say you're not one of the best Fortnite players in the world, there's still plenty of opportunity. For instance, you could check out Fiverr and you've got people charging, $10 for an hour. You got other people that are a little bit better charging $200 an hour. And then if you look at chess, there's people on YouTube like Gotham Chess that are making millions, if not tens of millions of dollars a year. And most of it's coming from selling courses. Now, speaking of turning your skills into cash on YouTube, like Gotham Chess, I do have a completely free resource called How to Build a Cult-Like Following of Loyal Subscribers on YouTube. And it's packed with strategies that I've used to grow my own channel from 0 to nearly 1 million subscribers. So definitely check that out. I'll put it down in the description and the pinned comment below. Next is going to be esports management and strategy, because maybe you're more of a strategist than a player, because esports teams need managers and strategists. And if you understand the industry and you have good organizational skills, you're kind of like a business person, you could be the next big esports mogul. So you'd start here by volunteering for local teams, you'd build your network, and you'd work your way up to the big leagues. And esports managers pull in some serious cash. We're talking about $72,000 to $134,000 a year. But maybe you're not that much of a video game person, so let's move on. Next one on the list is going to be cosplay creation. And this one is for the Comic-Con enthusiasts, because your costume making skills could be your golden ticket. And there is a huge market for quality cosplay gear. So for instance, you can set up an Etsy shop, showcase your best work on Instagram, and watch the orders flood in. So just take a look at what's happening on Etsy right now. We've got cosplay commissions going for $19.99 all the way up to a whopping $2,799.20 for a full body fursuit. Yeah. Not kidding. And it's not just about the big complex costumes either. People are selling everything from Widowmaker leg armor templates for $3 to custom graphic designs for $30. And what's really cool is the variety. You got some folks offering custom cosplay commissions, others selling specific costume pieces like the medley cosplay from Legend of Zelda for $680, and even digital downloads for do-it-yourself cosplayers. And most of these sellers are rocking 4.5 to 5-star ratings. But it's not just about making costumes. Do you see that sewing room sign for $23.47? There's a whole market for cosplay adjacent stuff too. So whether you're crafting full superhero suits or just designing custom graphics, there's probably a niche for your skills. Next is going to be puzzle and game creation, because maybe you're not into video games, but you are into games. Well, companies are always looking for the next big hit, whether it's a mobile game or a physical puzzle. Your ideas could be worth big bucks. So you can start by creating prototypes and pitch them to game companies, or launch your own indie game on Steam. And you could also just make different versions of games that already exist. For instance, you could make a unique chess set and you could sell it on Etsy. So yeah, pretty cool opportunity as well. Next, you've got in-game content creation. And I remember 5 or 10 years ago, if I would have heard this, I probably would have laughed at anybody telling me that I could make money with this. But then a few different things happened. First of all, this game that I used to play way back in the day, RuneScape, some of the items on that game, I actually looked them up recently, and there's certain items on that game that are selling for like $40,000, $50,000 in real life, which is absolutely crazy. And it's not just RuneScape. There's other items or accounts like I've seen on Call of Duty where someone has a special costume on a certain account and they'll sell the account for thousands of dollars. So if you love designing skins, maps, mods for your favorite game, some games, for instance, you can actually design entire maps like Minecraft. Turns out this is a marketable skill. I literally know people that have made 7 figures a year just designing maps on Minecraft. So again, mom was wrong. You can actually make money from video games. And many games have marketplaces for user-generated content. You can create unique items, skins, or maps, and you can earn royalties or income every time someone buys them. So yeah, lots of opportunities here, even more opportunities coming down the line in the future. Definitely keep an eye on this one. Next is a gameplay experience and feedback analyst. So if you got a critical eye for game design or levels or just games in general, gaming companies actually need people like you to make their games as good as possible. And you can offer your services as a gameplay tester and analyst. And basically what you'd be doing is providing detailed feedback on user experience, bugs, and improvements that the game devs can make. And your insights could shape the next big game release. And this isn't just some minimum wage gig. According to Glassdoor data from June 2024, game data analysts are raking in some serious cash. We're talking a total pay range of $107,000 to $175,000 per year. That's right, you could potentially earn 6 figures for diving deep into game data and helping shape the future of gaming. And if you got a knack for numbers and a love for games, this could be your chance to level up your career and your bank account. And why just play games when you could be paid to make them better? Next is productivity app setup and training. And in today's world, everybody wants to be more productive, but most people don't know how to use productivity apps effectively. And if you're a master of tools like Notion, Todoist, or Trello, you can offer setup and training services, you can offer coaching and consulting, you can help people organize their lives and businesses, and they'll pay you handsomely for it. Check this out, for instance. Notion experts are killing it. These productivity wizards are charging anywhere from $5 to $100 a pop for custom templates and setups. This person's pulling in $95 a gig, this person's doing $60, and even completely new accounts like this one are making $15 a pop. Next is going to be social media content calendar management. So it's kind of similar to the last one. You're organizing things, but specifically for social media. And businesses know that they need to be on social media, but they don't know what to do or post or when to post it. And if you got a knack for creating engaging content and you understand the best times to post and how to post them, efficiently, you could manage content calendars for multiple clients, or you could just do it for one client and do it extremely well. You could be using tools like Hootsuite or Buffer to streamline your process. And just to give you an example, we've got a lot of people here, doing like $55 a pop with over 750 happy customers. We got this person charging $100 for her premium calendars. And I'm sure she probably upsells a lot of people on the back end, asks them if they need somebody to just do it full time. And yeah, you could be making a ton of money doing this. And social media managers earning $50 to $100 per content calendar on platforms like Fiverr are thriving, but they could be making even more money, especially if they leveled up their skills, which is exactly what you can do with Coursera. For instance, Coursera's digital marketing courses designed by industry leaders like Meta, Google, and IBM teach you content strategies that drive engagement, data-driven posting schedules, analytics interpretation, campaign planning, cross-platform optimization, social media automation, and much more. So definitely check Coursera out. I'll put it down in the description and the pinned comment below. Next is going to be podcast editing and production, because podcasts are booming, but not everyone has the skills to edit them. And if you've got a good ear and some audio editing skills, you could offer podcast production services. And you could learn tools like Audacity or Adobe Audition and help podcasters sound their best. So here's some people on Fiverr, doing $100 premium service, and they're pulling in hundreds of satisfied clients. And of course, a lot of this is just one-time stuff like cleaning up the audio or mixing it. But realistically, a lot of people would want to hire somebody full-time. And a lot of the time doing these gigs on Fiverr, if you do a really good job, they're going to ask you like, hey, do you want to work part-time or do you want to work full-time? Do you want to do some kind of contract thing? So it's very easy to get a full-time job if you want to. Next is going to be data visualization for small businesses. And in the age of big data, visualization is key because there's lots of data out there, but the problem is not that many people can make sense of it. And even of the ones that can make sense of it, not that many people can easily communicate it to people that don't understand data. And that's where data visualization comes in. If you can turn complex data into easy to understand visuals, you've got a super valuable skill. So learn tools like Tableau or Power BI and help small businesses make sense of their data. And you can create stunning reports and dashboards that help businesses make better decisions. And one of the reasons data is so valuable is because it directly contributes to a company's bottom line. And that's why people like this guy can charge $900 for Looker dashboards, while this person is raking in $2,000 for API integrations. Businesses are shelling out top dollar for actionable insights, and these 5-star rated sellers are delivering. And those things that I talked about are just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many different data related gigs that you can do online. And then of course you can also also get jobs. You can start your own business. Just so many opportunities if you're good with data. Now, my favorite resources for learning these types of skills online is Coursera. And specifically, I really like it when they partner with companies like Google, IBM, and Meta, because these companies tell people exactly the skills that they want them to have, and then they teach them those skills. So if you want to check out a video where I went over the best Google certificates, you can check that out by clicking right here, because that video is going to teach you the exact skills that companies are craving right now.